Okay, like every Wednesday, we always go and cover the whole market or what we think the market is going to do for the rest of the week. All right. You guys know our point. Our point is that the market is in a correction of a risk trade. In other words, the market is correcting a move that started, that lasts around 11 days and it started at the beginning of the month. That's what the market is correcting, at least the dollar pairs. Now, where we should be right now depends on many pairs, and looking, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start when in the same place that we start about the beginning of the correction. This is oil. I believe that oil is ending a 5-way move from the low. Oil was leading the pack. Now oil is lagging. That's telling me something. If oil is lagging, that's telling me that the correction can get deep, because there won't be, if you take a look, this is the first leg that we got in the correction on the dollar, right? So technically oil needs to do this now, and the only way that this is going to match with the dollar if oil makes a short correction and the dollar makes a dip or double trip correction. You guys understand what I mean, right? With that. Now, let's put the dollar. I think that oil still got one more leg higher in a type of ending diagonal trace, and then lower. You can place right here the indicators, and you're gonna be able to see this is gonna. I'm gonna show you later on the oil chart, because right here it's gonna the chart is based on the dollar index. So technically, oil should do this. Now, if we put the dollar on top, what's gonna happen? You guys can see now how same day one start with the other. What now? You see that the dollar bottom right here and oil still strong. Now, how you see this leg in oil drop the first leg on the correction. So what we should do now is, I believe that oil should do this, and I guess that the dollar already find the bottom, and then the dollar is going to keep going higher when the decline that the oil is going to go here, and then this is going to be this, and then the double trip. That's what I like, the double trip scenario. You got it there? You guys see what I mean? You see it, DV? This is going to mark the end right here. Oil lower, dollar higher. Oil lower, dollar lower, oil higher. You need to count the swings when you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings before the breakout. So what you need in the oil and the dollar is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings before the drop. Now, what's gonna happen there is that's why saying last night I've been saying that we see a deep correction when the dollar compares to what we saw on Monday. Now, agree everyone, right? Same day at top and bottom. The oil is lagging right here. So this and the oil is going to make the 5 swings that we need for the breakout in the dollar against the dollar. This is a 4-hour chart. Is the same 5 swings that you need in oil. Now, let's put the euro in top of all the things. All right. The blonde, this one, the purple one is the euro. You see how well correlated it is with oil. Now, let me take the dollar so you guys cannot get confused. And then you're gonna see oil and oil. You're gonna see there oil with euro. The guys that was trading before 2008, you guys should remember that we were trading oil instead of euro. Remember that? Well, they are very well correlated. So this is telling me same things. We know already that the euro find a top right here. Now, what's going to happen? Same scenario. Let me take the dollar things out. Remember, you need in the oil, you need 5 swings. So you're going to make 5 swings in the euro. You got 1, 2, you're going to get 3, which is going to be this, and then the euro is going to go higher, and a double dip that is going to take euro to 134, 133 area, minimum. All right? You see, it's very clear right there, guys. Very clear. Now, another one. Let's take the euro out of the equation. And thank you, DV. And everyone needs to learn to do this, guys. This is how this market is tradable. Now, let's put the S&P on top of that. Yeah, they are the same. You're trading the same thing. Yes, ma'am. Now, this is the S&P in blue, oil in red. Same equation. S&P and oil, currency are leading the pack of what's coming in the S&P and oil. Oil and S&P were trading here. If you put the dollar, look, if you put the dollar, that's why I don't get it when I see traders that they don't correlate the market. Look, same day, right there. Same day. Now, the dollar is lagging. I'm sorry, it's leading the pack. The dollar is telling me that this is going to happen in this too. So the only way that they're going to get together is, like I say, with a double. And then S&P and oil, they're going to make a short-time correction when you're going to see that the rest of the pairs, calling the rest of the pairs, the Forex pairs, they're going to get a dollar, they're going to make a deep correction. That's how I see it. Now, let's take, I'm sorry, my bad. No, the dollar is leading right now. It was lagging before. Now it's leading. Now let's put the cat in top of the US dollar, of oil. 1 second. Cat in top of oil. And you guys gonna see how, again, same day, but the cat is leading. The cat is telling you, you see, same day here, same day here, same day here. But now, what oil should do is, because it's very clear in the oil chart that this is the end of 3, and then you have an ending diagonal. What oil should do is oil weakness. That means cat strength. Oil strength. That means lower here. And then oil weakness in 3, it means, and that's how the dollar cat is going to get to 105, 104.50, in my view. You see, no, because I don't say that it's going to be, no, there is no diagonal on there is no diagonal on the euro dollar. No. That I don't mean that. What I mean is that the Forex pairs, in other words, forget about the euro. Forget about the euro. you gotta see the dollar is what is in place. Forget about the euro. Look, if you put the dollar S&P and oil, you're gonna see that they top and bottom same day, but right here there was a significant low in the dollar that also was a significant high in S&P and dollar and the oil. But S&P is not doing a diagonal. Oil is the one that's most likely doing a diagonal. So he needs one more high, right? So the dollar is leading now. Right here, the dollar was lagging. And remember, guys, when we were around here, that I say, seeing the structure of the oil, which is the red, I say, no way that this is going to be wave 5. We're going to go down, remember? Well, right now, this is what it's going to do. The dollar is going to do a double zigzag because the risk assets, they are lagging. But this part, they're going to do it together. The first leg, they're doing it, leading the attack. And then they're going to correlate here, and they're going to break here, and then it's going to go here. And these two, they're going to go higher. Any question about it, guys? Do you understand what I mean? The euro dollar, which is your question, needs to be, you like it, right? And when we get to the euro, ask me that question. The euro dollar, you have to put it in top of the dollar. 1 second. That's the dollar, that's a euro S&P. 1 second. And then you're going to see how they are well correlated. You're going to see there how top and bottom, same day. So, but this, the euro dollar have nothing to do technically. The euro dollar got strong when when oil got higher, is because oil higher is going to create dollar weakness. You follow me? Because euro is not an oil pair. The euro got higher when the oil and the S&P got higher because the dollar weakness more than because of the euro strength. All right? So, finally, I mean, that's what I see right there. Same things. Let me change a little bit something. I want to show you that let me show you right here all the oil pairs. And you guys see how they are leading. They are leading. You guys, so they're leading that. They're leading oil right now as we speak. That's why you always need to subdivide the market in different. Look, let me see which one I have right here. Okay, this is Aussie against the US, the dollar. But I don't want it against the dollar. I want it against oil. Look, oil is the red one. You guys can see how the cat, let me put one by one, then I'm going to drag it. 1 second. Okay. This is Aussie, which is the blue one, against oil, which is the red one. You guys can see how similar the charts are. That's obvious. Everyone knows that. And now what's happening is that Aussie top right here, oil needs one more high. So what's going to happen is that the same thing, a short turn the oil, right? What Aussie is going to do, this, and then 1, 2, 3. And then right here, oil is going to go higher, Aussie is going to go higher. So maybe 98, 97 and a half can be in play from the Aussie, for the Aussie trade right there. Now, let's take the Aussie and put New Zealand. You're going to get the same thing. Look, same thing. You see how the Forex pairs, they are leading. They're saying, the Forex pairs here telling the oil traders, start selling soon because oil is going to go down. That's how it is. Yeah, CAD is going higher. I told everyone that it can be nesting. That's why I don't touch that pair, guys. That's why I don't touch that pair. That pair is as tricky as you can see. So that pair, you better let it run. And when it happen, and because it can trick you out to the top, that pair, to be honest with you guys. That pair is, I mean, it's not like a euro. What is the target for what? For CAD? 104 minimum. Yeah, I like CAD to 104 minimum between you guys. Now, that's what we have for the correlations. Now, let's move on to the oil chart. Oil by himself. It looks like this is a diagonal that we were talking about it. And you see, it's going to do this. From here, it's going to do this. That's what we like. It's a diagonal. And then it looks like it's looking from the area 90.51 should be the top of, around that area can be the top of the diagonal there. So from there, the 3 ways back. Risk off right here. That's how it is. That's how I see it. Now, it's possible. It's possible. Yeah, but look at the other side. That's your question. If this can be a B-way high, your question is going to come from this. On the other side, your highest reading is right here, which is 77.50. That's your higher read on the other side, 77.50. Right here, right here you read 78.50. Well, that can be it in some degrees. Let me see, 77.50, 78.55 right here. But I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 swing from the lows. That's why I like one more high. Anyway, any breach of this diagonal is the one that is going to telling you if it's the diagonal or if it's other thing around. You know what I mean? The diagonal is the one that is going to let you know which one is. And from there, But don't discount this. From here, I see 1, 2, 3 swings. You agree with me? From there is a 3 swing. Now, I don't like calling a wave 4 to the 618. That's why I'm going with the diagonal. But you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like that. I think that this is a flat right there. Or you can say that this is a flat right there. And then from here you see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here you have a cycle. And that's why I say you got a low right here, you got a high, and you got a flat. So technically 1, 2, let me put it right so you guys don't get confused. You got 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, you close this cycle, 3, 4, 5, you got a cycle here, you got divergency same here in the RSI, which is, but that divergence is erased right here. So the only way possible is that, I don't know, now this is the end of a wave 3, a 4 and a 5, and then you got a top in oil. Again, you look at the diagonal here. That's why a print below the diagonal means that the cycle ended, in my view. So from there, you should get a more dollar trend from there. All right, that's about oil. Now, the US dollar index, in the short time frame, again, it looks like it did a B wave. And guys, understand this. B waves, they are nothing more than B waves. They're always going to be very deep. The reason being is that the trend is in selling the euro. Selling the dollar. And people that we know Elliott Wave, we call it B wave. But people that doesn't know Elliott Wave, they're gonna sell the bounce. And that's why B wave, they are in favor of the trend. That's why they are very deep. So it looks like the dollar find out a big wave right here low, and the dollar should trade higher. That's in the 1 hour. Now, if you take a look at the 8 hours on the dollar, if you take a look at the 8 hour on the dollar, we are calling this. Let me get back here. The B wave is in place. But remember, let me tell you this. This do not need to hold the first FIBO level from here. He should find resistance either at 78.16, 78.56, even 79. I believe that it's going to respect 79.87 because this is a clear 5 waves. But like I say, you never say never. So my target is this. My preferred path is a test here on the first leg, 3 back, a very compressed correction, and target about 79 before going lower. Remember, we are dollar bulls counting the nest, but there is nothing that say that the US dollar have a bottom. Nothing. I was putting today on the room several accounts of pairs against the US dollar that they are calling for another low in the dollar. And they're very well defined pairs nothing say that it cannot be possible. For example, if you get back and you put, like we say on Sunday, the Norwegian crown, even the US dollar index. Let me do the index. Where is the index? Should be here. One second. Okay, if you put the index in the monthly, you're going to see this. This is the monthly on the index. This count is very valid. Nothing say that is not possible. If you call this and import here, and then you put your 1 here, you put your 2 here, you comes with your 3, and you put it here. What's happening here? Where is the rest? 1 second. You got 1, 2, you put your 3 here, you put your 4 here, and then you put your 5. That count, there is nothing wrong with that count. A big wave, a flat on the 4 right there, and then you got a diagonal wave 5. When you got the 3 here, you got the 4, and you got a diagonal wave 5. That count is in place. Nothing wrong with it. This is the 50% of this leg, like we mentioned the other day in the Norwegian. The Norwegian, there are some pairs, because remember, guys, don't blind yourself. All we got from the loss on the index is a 3-way move. That we like it higher? Yes. That we shooting for the next? Yes. But this can be very possible. And that way, wave 5, one second. I'm getting better with AZ now, with Morris Wave. And that way, if you put the ratios there, I don't know why I got freeze now. And 5 compares to 1, to 4, I'm sorry, it can go as low as right here, 70.41 can be the case. I mean, it can go even lower, but well, you know that the diagonal, let's say 5 equals 1 here. If you go here, it goes at about 68 and change. So, because that's a diagonal, yes. So technically speaking, that count is possible. And I've mentioned that because I don't want you guys to get blind. And it's my job to let you guys know that all we got in the dollar index from the lows are 3 ways. No 4, no 5. This is a 3-way move on the index that counts pretty good as a flat. Let me show you that. It counts pretty good as a flat, and you guys need to know that. I mean, if you see a new low on the index, don't get surprised. That's very possible. Don't get surprised. Well, I don't know. I don't know either, Rafa. That's, if you play with this, that's a three-way move right there. Look, by the pick, that's a flat or a nest. It's one or the other. It's a flat or a nest. So I want you guys to know that, look, that's wrong right there. But well, getting back, the index should trade higher, and then from there, the index should trade higher and another leg lower. That's what it matters now. Don't worry about that. But I have to let you guys know about it so you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, let's keep moving. Now we're going to go to the individual pairs. From that, let me switch the E signals. Let me close this one. It's very, I'm a dollar bull as of right now. I believe that it's going to be dollar strength pretty soon. It is today already. I think that the market is on the B way. And technically, I believe that it's going to be, it's proving to be corrective. That's all that matters. So, Rafi, wait, there is a plan. So you know that, where we're going, and that's the trick that every trader should know, knowing when the market goes. I have no question in my mind that last night that was a big way. I look at that at the euro. I keep looking at the euro in the 4 hours, breaking the channel, all the stuff. There's no question in my mind that was a big way. That it was deep, absolutely. That we got a good entry, absolutely. Look, it's 110 picks on the green. The cat is like a 70, and I know corrections is different than when you're trading and imports. Why? Because in correction, you never know the structures. And the correction, yeah, we put it later. It's no rush right there. So technically, like I say, this is the euro. Now it comes to the repetition part, or you guys know where we are. This is the euro. Either from here, I see it a little deeper right now. I got to be honest with you guys. I see it deeper. I see it even can get to 33.26 because the oil is lagging, and the S&P needs to correct and almost 200 points or 250 points. So that means euro win next. So again, same things with the oil that we explained at the beginning. I'm expecting this. Look, I'm expecting a bounce from 35.40. That bounce should prove corrective in 3, and I'm expecting another low, another 3 here, and this is the trade possible for the end of the year. Buying this euro trade around 134, looking for 142. That's what I like. That's what the market is telling me. And you guys know better than me how I look at the market. So technically speaking, that's what I like on the euro. On the short time frame, it's lower. Do not need to be a beauty. What I mean with that is that if you take a look, this wasn't a beauty. All you need to do is a print below 36.50 and looking 35.40 to complete. It looks like small time frame. This is the count that I like it until we break down a little extra right here. So possible it's going to do a double tree. I like it. 1, 2, 3, a flat 4. These are 5 swings and a 5 wave. Let me see the 618 when it comes. We are in the area already, and don't get surprised to see from here 3 ways back. And then from there, it comes the C wave. You see the counts that I mentioned, guys, right? 1, 2. Let me put the candles. Yeah, let me go there 1 second. Let's wait for the candles to come. I say 1, 2. You're going to see how it works the FIBO pretty good. I don't know why the computer internet sometimes it gets so slow. We're spoiled here. I remember internet 1995. Gosh. To be honest with you guys, I like those 2 trades. I believe that those 2 trades, they're going to make easily about 700 picks between those 2 trades. Let's see if we can make it. Be holding it. Now, the computer is kind of, I don't know why it's freezing right there. 1 second, guys. My bad. Okay, got it. One second. Let me close this in for a second. Okay, now let's open it again. That way it refresh the memory. There you go. What is the question, Ron? Why I use 2 lines? Yeah, because I'm drawing an extension instead of retracement. I believe that that's your question. One second, let me take the labels out. Okay, this is what I like on the 10-minute chart. This is what I like on the count. You see the bound from the 6. Nobody knows how powerful the 618s are. This is what I like. I like 1, 2. Let me go small, because small you're gonna be able to see it better. You see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you close this candle. This cycle close right here, and then right there should be related FIBO wise to this one. That's the 2618. That's the 2618 and the low right there. You see it? Then what you got from there is 3 out, 1, 2, 3 down, then 1, 2, 3. 4.5. That's a flat. And then from there, it's possible either even from here, and then you want to know the dimension to the downside. You mention 1, 2, 3, and then at the 618, the distance to 1, 2, 3, and at the 618, the cycle should end. That's why you see the bounce there. Now, why it should go? It should go to around 38.17, 3800, or even 38.40 before going lower again. That's how it should be. All right, that's for the euro, guys. Now, cable. Rafi is screaming to me right there. We should get ideally, we should get another low, but you have to see it in the small time frame. I don't know why the data is so slow. Too many programs open. Let me close this one. You know which program, guys, slow down the computers a lot? Skype. This is a fast computer, so you guys have no idea. This computer that I'm working. Okay, this is cable. Same thing, Rafi. Like a lower. It looks like it found a top in B already and should trade to 55, 56, 54, 84 before going higher. That's what I like in cable. And the same, guys, I mean, the rest is a repetition of everything that we've been talking about it. The market is been following. Wow, that's good. The market is been following out of our path. Very good. And look, this is the dollar cat. This is not a way for like people laboring. That's wrong. So now we should get 34, 103.95, 103.50 area first. Let me see when the two legs that equal. Don't get surprised to see that they equal on that level. At the 1.236, because when you get a dip wave B, the target is the 1.236 because the equal legs, they're going to be pretty close. That's always like that. Now, so you should see CAT looking for 103.49 and then 3 backs and 3 more, something like that. That's how it should happen. And S&P, I believe is about to find a top. If it doesn't have the top already, and should drop to at least the 50% of this leg higher. In other words, 1152 minimum, 1100 as an extension. The S&P should drop. This is the 1 hour. Look at the RSI. Huge divergence. There is no momentum to the upside. I was calling yesterday, like I said on the video, the S&P doing a flat B way. And that can be the case. That can be the case. I see 5 ways here. That's why I put it like that. And I see this more a 3 like a 5 than a 5. Look at the RSI. No a single P, the divergence, no divergence. So that's why I labeled it like that yesterday. You guys remember, you remember, David, that I put it like that? It's because of that. So if that's the case, it's going to be a fast C way down. on the S&P. That, I mean, it can be a fast seaway down to the levels that I mentioned to you guys. Now, any question, guys, about any pairs that you guys want to ask? Any pair, you guys? No, I don't know if by the end of the week, I mean, technically wise, it took right here, it should get to at least right here to complete the correction. That's by the 24. Sack is the guy for the time-wise. That guy is unbelievable when he goes with times. Even though I told him that 8:30 in the morning of today that the dollar was for sale. Doesn't matter, Rafi. The meeting do not matter, my friend. If there is a meeting about the Eurozone, I don't care. To be honest with you, if I see 5 ways completed around 135.50, I'm going to close it. You know what I mean? Because then the news is going to be in favor of the risk trade. I don't care about the news, to be honest with you. Any question, guys? Any pairs that you guys need to ask? I think it's very clear right there. It's going to be dollar strength most likely for the rest of the week, in my opinion. That's what I like for the rest of the week. And then we should know, after we should know where we are. But I think that the path is very clear. Dollar strength for the rest of the week. And then until you complete 3 ways from Sunday. From Sunday highs or Sunday lows on the dollar. What do you mean the real dollar strength? Listen, Rafi, the real dollar strength should happen at some moment because the dollar charge on the week and the daily, let me put it to you. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Look, Rafi, this is the daily dollar right here. I'm putting it as a nest, and this is my preferred account. Now, this is 142.50 on the euro. That's what, if that's the question that you want. But I can tell you, this is a 3-way move, and this can count as a flat, as good or even better than as a nest. I gotta be honest with you. This can be counted as a flat, even better as a nest, because this is very tricky right here. And then if that's the case, this becomes this. I want you to understand that. And then right there, you have 1, 2, 3 equal legs. No, these two are the one that are equals. Equal legs. These one are related to the 618. And then right here, you probably have, let me see how it was it. Yeah, got it now. You got A, and then a B wave flat. When you got from here, most likely, you got 3, 3, 5. But also you can count it 1, 2, 3, because all you got is 3 waves. So the only thing that you can do, my good friend, is this. The only thing that you can do is play the Elliott Wave edging and nothing more. You got a trend line here, right there. You put your Fibo right there. You should get a bounce around that area. If the bounce prove corrective, guess what? The dollar goes to a new low. I mean, that's all I can tell you. Now, that dollar strength should happen sooner or later. I believe so. I believe so. Because, one second. Because that chart right there, the only alternative they have is this. Like I covered to you guys already, that this is a leading diagonal. And I tell you the truth, it's not that pretty. I got to be honest with you guys. It's not that pretty. And then something like this, that's the only alternative that there is right there to the bearish dollar. That's it. So that's why I still going with, and that's going to take the dollar to 64, which I don't think is getting down there. That's illusion. I mean, don't worry about it. That's all I can tell you. Don't worry about it, my friend. If you start worrying about it, you're going to get yourself confused. But I truly believe that we're going to get a move to, that we're going to get a move to 142 on the euro, 143. And from there, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Look, like I said the other day, that's the issue with some surveys, that they have the dollar strength in his mind and they are completely blind, in my view. This is the euro. Let me take the labels off. That's the euros in 1972. Like I said in last seminar, A, B, C, W, S, trace the Fibo to the 618, A, and you know what? If this take a form, let me take the labels out, one second. If this take the form of a B-way triangle, the euro never gonna go to 112 is what people want. Who say that this is cannot be A, B, C, A, B, and the euro is gonna do this? And higher. Who says no? And the euro never gonna go to 112. This is the 50% retracement on the 666. This is a 50% retracement of the A way. You got this leg right here, A, B, Z. I mean, I'm assuming that they started here. They are to the 1.236, 618. So who says no? Exactly. So don't worry about it. My friend DV learned already that. He doesn't worry about it. That's true, DV, right? You don't worry about it. You're writing, I mean, I don't think that that's the case. But because I see the cat as a bullish, and I see all those pairs, but tell the truth, I don't care. I care less if the euro goes to 112 like it goes to 170. I don't care, to be honest with you. So that's my whole point right there. Any question, guys? Any other question? One second. The euro pound, at the end is going to trade, it should trade lower, but is same scenario as the dollar. They are very similar, both pairs. Very similar. This is my 4-hour that I should start trading lower already. In 3 more swings. That's what you need most likely for the euro. So maybe from there you're going to get a bounce. You need to trade right here, trace a channel here, and see what happens when he tests that channel. That's what I like it. This is what we present this morning on the euro pound. We like a lower. It went very deep. We like a lower like that. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings from the lows. You see, it can be 1, 2, can be like a double zigzag. I mean, very questionable. But I knew that was going lower right there. Look at the cat. That's a free ticker now. I see that cat is ending sideways from, let me show you something about the cat. That's what I like, Gustavo, about the euro pound. Yeah. That's why, Rafi, you are all over, man. You're good, man. You are a better trader than tennis player, I guarantee you that. Maybe the cat is nesting. Like yeah, man, I used to be good in that. Look, I want to see it's very easy now. I see 5 ways ending here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mentioned today, many of you have a different chart than the one that I use. I think right here, you see I got an 81, an 81, 81, 81. So either he's nesting strong or he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should know soon where we are. That's a beauty being in this side of the market. Let's see which is the FIBO. I want to see now 102.11. If 102.11 stop the trend right there, because there is 5 ways clear in the short time frame. Look. One, two, three, four, 5. So you gotta wait and see what is the to have the counts correctly, because you see I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why DV posted early that. That's why DV say early on the room that the dollar have, because of the cat, he saw the 5 swing. Now right here, look, a 5 ways to the 618. So a witness should come very soon, and then we should know if it's a nest or if it's, I mean, according to what he needs to get, most likely what we're seeing now is way of 3 of 3. You know what I mean, Rafi? The nest, in other words. Because he needs to get to the outside. Yeah, 103.50, 104 easily. I feel good for, not for me, because I feel good for the members, guys. I know that some of you are free ride, but there are members that trade our trading saying no, and they're going to be able to make a lot of money here. The equal legs, 103.50, that's the target, in my view. Yeah, when you see, look, Rafi, This is a computer, guys. I have a nice conversation with my good friend Zach last night about it. Do you think that is because it is that the 1.236 of the AB comes at the same level that the 50% of the previous leg? That's because it's rendering. I don't get it. That's a computer programming, my good friend Zach. That's what I'm telling you. When you see those things, exactly, because everything is programming. Everything is programming there. And then that take you to, exactly, that has to be, it's too perfect to be random. You know what I mean, guys? That's a computer. Most likely he's going to do this now. Something like that. Most likely. Right here, we're probably going to take profit. And you cash 350 picks on the euro, on the CAD, and another 350 on the euro. Plus, like almost 200 that we have for the month. Let's see if I can, that's my dream, give the service 1,000 pip month so you guys can make a lot of money. Any question, guys? All right, guys, if there is no more questions, so today was an easy seminar. We knew what was happening, and we knew that the dollar strength is going to happen sooner or later. We knew that all over. Let me see the euro before I let you guys go. The CAD is strong. Euro can, yeah, S&P should trade lower, my friend. Let me cover for you. Wait, give me 1 second. Aussie, I cover Aussie S&P. So you want in the short euro, Mohammed? That's good, man. Yeah, but let it run. Don't close it. All right. 1 second. And now I have 10 questions right there. That's good. Euro data is low. What do you mean it's too late? No, I cover for you. 1 second. Look how, you see how every time that we get to the euro, the data got like a type, like a freeze. I want to see the momentum, how the momentum is here. Right here, I have 29.11. It looks like a three-way, to be honest with you guys. It looks like a three-way easily. It's a three-way. Maybe the flat was here. that's the case, 37 should produce a bounce. I don't see divergences, so for me it's a 3. And so for me it's a 3. I don't know. Now let's take a look at the Aussie. It's the same. Every pair is the same, guys. Every pair is the same. The market is very well correlated. Yeah, cash should get, I mean, Aussie should trade lower, Mohammed, to at least 98 and extension 96. That's why. If you're holding a short right here, don't worry, let it go. You know what I mean? Do not close, guys. Yeah, let it go. Do not close the dollar long. Dollar long have more rooms to go before any winnings. Now, S&P and Aussie, Euro Aussie. S&P, we believe, is on the flat B, like we say, most likely, or W. It can be B or W. What do you mean truncation? I don't label truncation, my friend. To be honest with you, I don't label truncations. For me, truncation is forcing account. I'm the only one in that boat, but that's the way I am. I see a flat. Look at the S&P. So I see S&P lower unless it's gonna get into a diagonal wave 5. That's another case too. Areas that you should look at it around 12.12, what it is right now, 12.07. I believe below 1200, 1191, this is a free fall. Now, the other one was Euro Aussie. Which time frame? DV, which time frame on the Euro Aussie? Okay, this is the Euro Aussie. On the 15-minute chart. And an hour, I'm sorry. It looks like a 5-way move from the down to the top with an extended possible and extended wave 5. You like it like that? Look, lower momentum here. Probably you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was telling you that the euro is going to be stronger than the Aussie. And most of the times when risk-off is in place, it's like that. You know what I mean? That's what's telling me there. That's what you like? Yeah, that's what I read there. And then this is the 4-hour. Remember, they did 5 swings. It looks like it did a flat. When the 5 swings ended here, A, B, C, and 5. No, this is a close. There is, look, and it's bouncing. This is a great long here. It's bouncing from the 618 there, like in a flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 3. Look at the RSI, how you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with divergency. And then look how this went higher than this one and the flat right there. You see what I mean, right? That's what I mean, that the house is going to be it's going to be weaker than the euro. In other words, it's going to outrun the euro to the downside. In other words, it's going to be weaker against the dollar, if you want to put it with the dollar pair. Any other question, guys, that you guys want? Let me see. Now that you're talking about this pair, this is very interesting here. I don't know if you guys had seen this. When we did a video, because that's how it is, Mohammed. When we did a video about why the euro is going to bounce, one of the reasons is this. This is the weekly euro Aussie. And you got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the RSI. And 5. So technically from here you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if you took out the level, the FIBO, there you go, 23.6 to the pair, and then from here, you're going to see that 5 equals 1. So you got to move that started here and ended right here, David. Check this. Now, what you got? You are in the wave 4 coming from here. Look, to the 3.236%. The thing is that if you take the retracement from here, only reach 141, right? You guys want a good trade, is buying this pair at current market and stop at 130, a little bit higher, targeting 148, 149 area. Why? Because then you need to worry about this. And then right there, you are in the presence of a flat. When you have, or a triangle, I can tell you that. Because you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this is a 3. And then you got 1, 2, 3 back. Right? So it looks like it's either, but because it hasn't reached that 1.618, I'm sorry, the 23.6 of the wave 4, it needs to get there. So you can say that he did W, a flat B wave, when you got 3, 3, and 5 right here. And now this is the B wave of a double zigzag that in the weekly should target 148.65. You see it, guys? That's a great swing trade. Me personally, I'm going to get in. But I don't want to rush it because I don't want to put that much stock. I want to wait in a 1 hour like a 5 swing higher. And then from there, I'm going to start buying. Targeting 148. That's a great trade to the upside. Those are the trades that I like. You like it, Divi? Yeah, but the thing is that that trade required 200 and something pip stop loss. And then we don't send it to the service. What about if it goes wrong and you're trading with 10% of your margin? That's the issue, man, that people don't get it, that it's not easy to provide trading to the service. It's not easy. Because I don't know how people trade. I know how to trade. Okay, guys, there is no more questions, so let's leave it there. Any question that you guys had, put it on the Skype feed, and we're going to answer to you guys. All right? Thank you.